on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. Khalif Raymond to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down throw from Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got first down from the 31. Off play action, Goff. As the open man downfield. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First down, ball at the 36. Robinson on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Aleem McNeil in on the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vet, Tressway. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Detroit getting its offense set for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Tight end in motion left. Running it with David Montgomery. And he pushes it forward, but will only reach the 23. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Receiver in motion, headed right. From the gun, Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Goff on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Goff. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. But not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now Daniels off the play action. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Tressway on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Goff now on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. This is Montgomery running right. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They motion the tight end over. From just shy of midfield on second down. Montgomery hauls this one in. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. He finds space into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Bates' kick is up and good. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. An option give to Robinson. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Man in motion out of the slot. On 2nd down, Robinson. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Running back sent in motion left. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
First and 10 from the 41. They go play action here. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Stays in the pocket, and he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Daniels from the pistol. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. This will be a 44-yard look. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Craig Reynolds to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. First down throw from Goff. Has it in close. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commanders set to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
This is Eckler on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Staying with Robinson. Past midfield to the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He's on the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. has a man. It's Brown. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Oh, Kate. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Gets this to Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 27. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Goff on 1st and 10. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Goff on 3rd. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. That one's complete, right side. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Daniels. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Again, Daniels to the air. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Daniels on 1st down. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Robinson up the middle. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes out to the left. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Gets this one to Patrick. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Second and 3 now. From the 34. Has the connection to right. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action with Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's Goff. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Lions pushing for a score before the break. On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He puts some air under this one. Deep. He's got it deep downfield. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. From the gun, it's Daniels. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Throw complete to Eckler. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's brought down for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Daniels now. It's taken in by Eckler. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Daniels from the pistol. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Motion man sent left. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. So on now is Austin Seibert for the Commanders' field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Piniero's kick is good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff finds Laporta. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Second and 6 now. Patrick with the catch. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, it's Goff. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
1st down throw from Goff. This is complete to Patrick. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Hauled down by Dorrance Armstrong. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Off play action, Goff. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Throw complete to Williams. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions push their lead further to start the half. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Second and 3. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
1st down from the red zone. Brought in right side. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Robinson on the inside give. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. It'll be a 5-yard gain. That brings up 3rd and goal. Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Reynolds with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is gone. This is complete to Gibbs.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
The Lions readying for the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. He's on the move. He's on the move.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
And the Lions thinking pass here. Dime package, 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Takes it in at the 26. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Lions headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Here's 2nd and 14. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Patrick with the catch. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 16-point ball game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
You're sure happy with that offensively when you can hit a defense where it hurts, right in the middle of the field. And doing it on a counter, just simply overpowering them with their blocking, makes it that much sweeter.
From the 31. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 3rd and short.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finds a man right side. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Handoff now to Robinson. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Daniels on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
And the Lions into a nickel set for third down. Here's a give to Robinson. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous, right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. This is Montgomery running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
How many times, Kate, how many times do we sit in these meetings and the coaches will tell us the same thing? We win this game. We win these situations Monday to Saturday. That was awesome. That was short yardage recognition of that run, and they demolished it.
So out now comes the punter. Jack Fox will kick it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing now, Daniels. He finds Brown right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the ladder. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Play fake here, Daniels. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10, or under Robinson. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. And he'll go down here at the 16. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do. And it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Laporta with a grab. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. First down throw from Goff. Connects on the crosser. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the gun, Goff. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Throwing again, it's Goff. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's third and goal. They'll run in with Montgomery. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. That run good for 3 yards, but still a ways out as it brings up fourth and goal.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting all set for this series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, first and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Second and 3 now. From the 34. Throw complete to Eckler. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. This set it down starts with an option right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, man, you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
3rd and short, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He has it at the 5. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Here's Robinson. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's Raymond on the return. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this 2nd half. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now Goff. Finds Laporta. And this one does not go far. Second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. It's Montgomery on the counter. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run again with Montgomery. He still has room inside the 30. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. 6 yards from there. It's going to be second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders and this running back headed back out for a new series. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 31. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That's a pickup of 9. And the Commanders will have a first.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. And the next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Again, Daniels to the air. Buys time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
3rd and long for Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, that he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Lions with a 2-score lead. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Montgomery now up the middle. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Goff. Gets this to Montgomery. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. The tight end going in motion right. It's Montgomery on 3rd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as with that, we sign off from D.C.